So, first of all, people conflate agents with automation. And we spend a lot of time saying, if you just needed to automate, you had techniques in the past. And agent, by its very nature, it can think, it has cognitive, it can make decisions. So when you start thinking about what the agentic model will do for you, it's you start taking components that allow you to work in a superhuman capabilities, right? So I'm making comparison. But if you had a high productivity employee, how can you make the workforce operate in very similar? How do you create high-performing teams that are not wrestling to solve basic problems? And that's kind of where the agent really powers up and amplifies what you do. And I was in exchange with about 20 executives yesterday on this AI topic, and I had the funniest moment on agents, because one of the C-suite who reports to the CEO, she tells the CEO at one point of time saying, hey, why do you keep asking me for this information? Why don't you go figure this out yourself and create an agent? Because this is just not something, productive. And actually that allowed the CEO to work differently through an executive agent that the CEO now uses to get through some basic information that was important for them to run their jobs.
Absolutely.
The threat of new entrants that you're talking about is always there, right? We saw it in the e-commerce world, but all those entrants eventually caused the change that we're all looking for here. And there are two ways those changes can happen. Those new entrants can become big scale players, right? Eventually that's what their aspiration is. And we are starting to see the presence of this in the Fortune 1000. There's a big need to drive the innovation in a very different way. Right? So if you look at traditional Fortune 1000s, they can organically drive some of the innovation. But you can look at some of these upstarts as a way to kind of amplify your innovation as well. And what is interesting is we are starting to see that trend happening as well. So the scale players are looking at these startups as a way of amplifying their innovation. And it will break the deals window where you've been kind of going through to drive the change that we are looking at.
It's exciting. It's certainly an exciting